The Flash is a student forum for students produced by students. Students make all content decisions, research, write, shoot, and broadcast news stories they deem important to the Eastview community. Stay tuned.
What's up, Eastview?
Welcome back to another episode of The Flash. We have a stellar show for you today.
From highlighting the future of one standout musician,
to showcasing a very important holiday.
and finally, illuminating how a sister and her sisters are getting a platform on their own.
You don't want to miss it.
So lock in
And make sure to
stay tuned for The Flash.
Stay tuned for The Flash.
Simar, it is T-minus 38 days until we graduate and are out of here for good.
Well, as long as all your library books are in.
Mine are not. Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah. Seniors, make sure to turn in any library books and pay any outstanding fees to be eligible for any graduation privileges.
You know, while it feels weird to be this close to graduation, I've been ready to get out of here for the past year.
You know what's crazy? There's a junior that's going to be going to college with the rest of us.
Really? How does that work?
Well, Sahiti has the story.
Right now, I play the flute just kind of like for fun on the side, and then my main instrument is oboe.
Meet Matthew Turner, a junior here at Eastview with a passion for music.
In 4th grade, I listened to our elementary school band play, and then this one kid, his name is Isaiah, he played the oboe, and I just thought it was really cool because he sounded amazing on it. And then when it was my turn to pick an instrument, I felt like a good connection with it.
Matthew's passion has taken him to one of the most prestigious stages a young musician like himself can reach, Juilliard.
Kind of in the back of my mind, but I had doubts just because it was so competitive.
Juilliard is one of the most prestigious schools in the world, located in New York with an acceptance rate of just 7%.
The Juilliard thing was just kind of on a whim. I took a lesson with one of their professors there who's also with the Minnesota Orchestra. And I had a lesson with him, and then he called me a couple days later and was like, you should audition just to see what happens. I just thought I'd check, just in case. And then there was a status update, and then I saw I got in, and I was just kind of in shock because just after my audition, I kind of got into my head that I was there was no chance of getting in.
With this exciting life change for Matthew, he will be graduating with the class of 2025 and not get a senior year.
I'm kind of nervous about it just because it's one less year to prepare for everything, and it just feels really sudden. So I think that's one of my biggest concerns.
Matthew has decided to embrace change in this new phase of his life and start his freshman year at Juilliard with one piece of advice in his mind.
Really just express yourself through music and have confidence in that.
Signing off from The Flash with help from Avani, this is Sahiti.
Congratulations, Matthew, for your acceptance into Juilliard. We're so excited to see what the future holds.
Talk about a noteworthy achievement.
I see what you did there.
What I lack in musical talent, I make up for in comedy.
Well, then you won't be Leaf, our next story, because it's all about Earth Day.
Oh, that's not...
Anyway, Abby went to an event in Egan this past weekend, where our environment was the central focus. Take it away, Abby.
Every April 22nd, the world pauses to celebrate the home we all share, our planet. But what does this important holiday look like in Minnesota? To find out, I traveled to Trout Park in Egan, where the community was celebrating Earth Day all week long.
It's important for our community to be celebrating our sustainability work, and Earth Week is a perfect opportunity to bring our community together. We have around 20 educational booths and vendors here.
I stopped by a few of these booths to see what the people making this event possible were sharing.
We really like to promote people to ride with MVTA because it helps get some of the vehicles off of the road. If we're sending 20 buses a day, that's a lot of cars that then aren't using gasoline, and they're also not emitting carbon dioxide.
Here today with Youth Eco Solutions, and we're doing some coloring seed paper seed paper that people can take home and plant, and it's going to create habitat for our pollinators like our butterflies and bees.
Since we're surrounded by professionals, I asked them what Earth Day means to them.
I grew up here in Egan, and I care a lot about our natural areas. I care about our clean water, our clean air, our tree canopy, our planet.
Something that we all share is the Earth that we're on, and we all need to take responsibility for that.
In this big world, we can often feel small. But what are things we can do as teens to magnify our impact?
Our young people are some of the most passionate about protecting the planet, most passionate about addressing the changing climate. Keep up with that passion and find ways to bring groups of people together and talk to those who are decision makers in your communities.
People can take the step of just using transit, even once a week, once a month, just taking some of those single occupancy vehicles off of the road.
You're going to be on this planet a lot longer than some of us, so we all have to take responsibility. It's really up to younger folks, high schoolers and middle schoolers, to start taking that action.
Signing off from the Flash with help from Kaiya, this is Abby.
Earth Day has now passed, but don't forget, every day is a great day to help protect our environment.
Always remember to recycle, save energy, and conserve as much water as you can.
You know what's not conserving water? This ice bucket challenge I've been seeing all over my feed.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Ibrahim Mohammed, your clock is ticking.
Well, at least we're all using our platforms to promote something good, like mental health awareness.
Good point. And now that I think about it, there's actually one Eastview student who's building a pretty large social media platform of her own.
That's right. Angel has the story.
I miss my hand.
In the middle of COVID, while the world was slowing down, three sisters were just getting started.
I think it's like we were really bored in the house and we didn't have a lot to do. We just kind of, I don't know, that was the only thing like popping at the time. And then we realized that we wanted to make YouTube videos and like start going more, expand more with our like lives, show people how we really are as like a trio.
Boredom. At first it was boredom, and then my personal account, I saw how much a lot of girls that looked like me was engaging with the videos, especially since they were hijabis, Somalis, Muslims, and I thought, well, since I didn't have a representation growing up, I might as well just turn my platform into something that other girls can look at and grow confident in their hijab.
It's more easier than working with people you don't know, because like I've known them, I know their personalities, I know what upsets them, I know what they can tolerate, and I feel like it's also more fun knowing that you can do it with your sisters.
What I do is I'll come up with the idea and then I'll ask my sisters if they want to do it, and if one of them says no, they don't want to do it, then we all collectively try to come up with something, but usually I get my say.
This is something I can do with my sisters, and I can do it out of my comfort zone, because like usually my sisters are my safe space.
And while the world keeps changing, one thing stays the same: their bond. Signing off from the Flash, this is Angel.
You can follow Intifa and her sisters at the 3 Strikes with 3 S's on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
It's so cool to see how an Eastview student is building up a social media on their own.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Eastview. Have a wonderful week, and make sure to
stay tuned for the credits.
Hey Eastview, I'm Kian.
And I'm Nick.
And welcome back to another episode of Wednesday Update.
You know, Kian, we didn't get canceled the first time, so we're going to try even harder this time.
That's right. And Nick, well, you can't say that on air.
Well, okay, let's just keep going with the show.
All right.
Starting off with some national news, it looks like our teleprompter says we cannot make a joke about national news for fear that the Trump administration will pull our federal funding.
Donald?
Never mind then.
Well, moving on to sports news, the Minnesota Timberwolves have made the NBA playoffs. We'll be facing the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round, along with everyone's favorite player, I'm talking about the man on the Lakers, LeBron.
Okay, Kian, this is why you aren't in Bravo. Speaking of Bravo, it opens next weekend, which comes as a massive surprise to anyone who has ever watched the forecast.
Why'd they mention it so much, man? We get it.
They mention it so much. Anyway, love you guys.
In news for our seniors, Mr. Curry has been chosen as faculty speaker for the class of 2025's graduation ceremony. In order to satisfy seniors' short attention spans, a video of someone playing Subway Surfers will be playing in the background while Mr. Curry gives his speech.
And that is what I will be focusing on.
Yes, me as well.
Finally, the Eastview parking lot has been shrunk with the upcoming construction of the alleged new Eastview Activity Center. However, The Flash has obtained important insider information that tells us that they're actually constructing a new, faculty-only swimming resort. When asked for comment, Dr. Franchino said, "This is the only way that we can keep Dr. Beach around."
Oh!
It's in the name. It's in the name.
I mean, I guess, but why are they using the money for that? Come on!
We pay so much for our parking passes, too.
Yeah.
If only we ran a story on that.
Well, that's all we have for you this time. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode of
Wednesday Update.